Hello all. We will be we welcome you all to the new live lecture series session. So yesterday we had a session on drawing. You can just find the recordings in our YouTube channel. So today we are here with the most important session of arithmetic aptitude, which will be related to GAT, that is General Aptitude Test of Nift Entrance Exam 2022. So here we will be discussing the most important questions and strategies of arithmetic aptitude. For that, one of our faculty is there with us today. So you can free to ask your questions and clarify all your doubts in this session. So we hope this session will be a useful one for you. If you are liking this channel, please do subscribe our YouTube channel. So not much delay, let's start our session. Sir, am I audible for you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sir, shall we start?
Yes, sure.
Okay, sir, thank you.
So welcome all. So today in this session, we'll be covering four most important topic in arithmetic aptitude, that is numbers, percentages, blood relations, and directions. So we'll be picking some important questions and we'll discuss what are the best approaches to solve those questions. We'll also discuss some shortcuts as well. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts or anything, you can use the chat box as well. Okay. So all of you guys are ready, right? Shall we go to the first question here? So this is the first question. This question is based on percentages. So if you read the question clearly, you can see that two numbers x and y are respectively 20% and 28% less than a third number z. By what percentage is the number y less than the number x? So it's question based on percentages. So how do you approach this question? So meanwhile, if you are watching this live, you can solve it along with me. So there are two ways you can approach this question. One is by using conventional method, that is by using a variable for this and solve it. So let's start with the conventional method. Then after that, we can use a shortcut method to solve this question. So since there are two variable x and y, and it is dependent on another variable z, so I will start by assuming, let's say the third variable be z itself. And it's given that x is 20% less than z. So I can say that that is nothing but 80% of z. So clearly, because it's given that it is 20% less than z, that means we can say that it is 80% of z. And what about y? Y is given that it is 28% less than z. So that means we can say it is nothing but 72% of z. So I hope all of you understood this part, because, for example, I'll give you a simple example on this. X is 20% less than z. That means z minus 20% of z. So you don't need to solve it in this way. For example, z means it is 100%. By default, it is 100%. If you subtract 20%, your answer is nothing but 80% of z. So you don't need to take the LCM and solve it. It's a waste of your time, because z minus 20 by 100 of z. Then you take the LCM, you have 100 as LCM. Then you can take 100 z minus 20 z, that is equal to 80 by 100 of z. That is nothing but 80% of z. But this steps you don't need to do it, because it's you lose some time solving it. So directly you can say, if x is 20% less than z, you can directly write it as 80% of z. And y is 28% less than z, you can directly write it as 72% of z. Now the question here is, by what percentage is y less than the number is x? So you need to compare between y and x. So how do you do it? So let me rewrite the question here one more time. So the question here is, y is what percentage less than x? So how do you solve it? It's a question based on percentage less. So y is what percentage less than x? So clearly I know that y is 72% of z and x is nothing but 80% of z. So I need to compare these two values. So if you remember the formula for percentage less, so percentage less is nothing but value less by base value into 100. So what is value less here? Y is what value less than x? So 72% of Z and 80% of Z. So what's the difference here? It's nothing but 8% of Z is a difference, right? And the base value, whichever value you're comparing with, what's the base value here? You're comparing with X here. Whatever comes after that, less than or greater than, whatever comes after that, that will be the base value. This value will be comparing with. So in the denominator, it will be 80% of Z into 100. By solving this, you can cancel the percentages because it's common in the numerator and denominator, and you have Z is also common. You can cancel it out, and 8, and here it's nothing but 10. 100 by 10 is 10% is the right answer. So this is a conventional method that you can use to solve it, but this will take a lot of time, as you can see, because you are using a variable, then try to finding X and Y in terms of variable, and it will take some time. So let's and discuss the shortcut method to solve these kind of questions. So always remember, plug-in values would be a better approach to solve percentage related questions. Since X and Y are dependent on Z, you should start by assuming a value for Z. So what would be the best pick for Z? What should be the best value you can assume for Z? Since the questions are related to percentages, it's always better if you start with 100. Why 100? Because you know that 10% of 100 is 10, or any percentage of 100 will be the same number itself. For example, 35% of 100 is 35. So it's easy for you calculation wise, it's more easy. So that's why we recommend you to start in percentage related questions. It's better you assume or plug in the values are 100. So I'm assuming Z is equal to 100. Now I can clearly say what's the value of X and Y. So what's the value of X? X is nothing but 20% less than Z. That is nothing but 20% of 100 is 20. 20 less than that. So it's clearly we can say it's 8. What about Y? Y it's given as 28% less than Z. So what is 28% of 100? It's 28 itself. So it is 28 less. 100 minus 28 is nothing but 72. So now you are getting two values for X and Y. So it's more easy for you to compare, right? So the question here is, Y is what percentage less than X? So I can say clearly, I can write as 72 is what percentage less than 80. Now it's more easy for you to do the calculation. So percentage less is equal to, what's the value less? 72 is how much less than 8? 80? It's nothing but 8. And the base value, always remember, whatever comes after that, you can take it as a base value. So 80 is the base value. So 8 by 80 into 100, or nothing but, it is nothing but 1 by 10 into 100. I can say 10% would be the right answer for this question. See, you can solve this question within 30 seconds if you use the plugin approach. So all of you, is it clear on this? Any doubts, those who are watching it live? Shall we move to the next one? Okay, so this is another question that you can get in the percentage related topic. A gardener increased the area of his rectangular garden by increasing its length by 40% and decreasing its width by 20%. The area of the new garden is followed by 4 answer options. One is increased by 20%, increased by 12%, increased by 8%, and exactly same as the old area. So these are the 4 options, and you have percentage increase also given. Increase and decrease is given, right? How do you approach this question? So let's say there are 2 ways to approach this question. One is, we know that area is equal to length into width will give you the area. Length into width will give you the area. Here also you can use the plugin approach to get the answer here. Correct? Because you can assume any value for length as well as you can take any value for width. So you should be wise, like you should be careful in choosing the value, because you should choose a value in such a way that you should be able to find 40% and 20% easily. So let me start with 10. I'm assuming that length is equal to 10. And let's say width also I'm taking 10. 10 or 100, it's all up to you. Okay. Why I assume 10? That's the next point. Why I choose 10 as the length and the width? Because 10, if it is 10, it's easy to find 40% and 20%. So calculation wise, it would be very easy. That's why I choose 10. So if length and width are 10, then what would be the area here? So area is equal to 10 into 10. So it's going to be 100. So current area is equal to 100. Now, what is the new length? So it's given the length is increased by 40%. So the current length is 10. It is increased by 40%. Means what is 40% of 10? It's same as 4 into 1, that is 4. Right? 40% of 10 is equal to 4. So it's increased by 4, that becomes 14 is the new length. And what would be the new width here? Width is decreased by 20%. That means what is 20% of 10? It's nothing but 2. 20, you should be very comfortable with the calculation part. So 20% of 10 is nothing but 2. 2 into 1, that's it. So it's going to be 2, it's decreased. So you subtract it, you have getting 8. So what is the new area here? 14 into 8 is the new area, right? So it's nothing but 112, right? 10 into 8 is 80, 4 into 8 is 32. So 80 plus 32, 112 is the new area. So the initial area is 100. And after the changes as per given in the question, the new area is equal to 112. And you are asked to find what is the percentage change in the area. So I can see that clearly it is increased from 100 to 112. So what is the percentage increase here? So percentage increase is equal to value change by initial value into 100. So clearly I can say the value change is 12. It is increased by 12. Initial value is 100 into 100. So you don't need to even calculate it. It is nothing but 12%. So always remember, if the base is 100, you don't need to do this calculation. You can clearly say that it is increased by 12%. So answer is option B would be the right answer in this case. And there is another approach we can use in this question. Okay. So clearly we know that area is equal to length into width. And the length is increased by 40% and width is decreased by 20%. So we can use the formula for finding the overall percentage change. If a value is increased by 40% and it is decreased by 20%, what's the overall percentage change? So remember the formula, it's nothing but x minus y minus xy by 100. This is the formula for that. So where x and y are the percentage change, and I'm putting minus sign because for negative, for decrease, we put minus sign. And for positive, for increasing, you put positive. So since it is increase and decrease, that's why the formula becomes plus y minus minus becomes product, right? Plus into minus, it becomes negative, minus xy by 100. So this is the formula you can use. For example, if it was percentage increase and y percentage increase, both of them are increasing, then the formula will change. Since both of them are positive, so it becomes plus x plus y plus xy by 100. This is the formula. So you should change the formula to find the overall change according to the situations. So if it is increase, you add plus. If it is decrease, you add minus. And the product also you should change accordingly. Plus into minus will be negative, or negative into negative will be positive. You should take that also into consideration. So if I use this formula directly, you can get the answer immediately, right? So x is equal to 40% increase. So I have 40 and 20% decrease. So it's not minus 20. So plus into minus, the product is going to be negative. So minus xy, that is 40 into 20 by 100. This will give you the answer. Within one single step, you get the answer that is equal to 20 minus, cancel the zeros. You have 4 into 2, 8. So 20 minus 2, 20 minus 8, 12 is the right answer. That means 12% increase. So overall change is 12%. So option B would be the right answer here. So I hope it's clear for you all, the explanation part. Let's move to the next one. This is also another question based on percentages. So A is given as X percentage of Y, and B is given as Y percentage of X. Which of the following is true? So you have a lot of comparison. A is smaller than B, A is greater than B. Relationship between A and B cannot be determined. If X is smaller than Y, then A is greater than B, and none of these. You have 5 options here. So how do you calculate this? So remember, X percentage of Y is nothing but X by 100 into Y. So A is equal to X by 100 into Y. And we know that B is equal to y percentage of x, that is nothing but y by 100 into x. So when you compare these two, you can clearly find that it's actually the same, right? What's the difference here? The numerator part, it is x into y, here is y into x. So you remember 2 into 5 is same as 5 into 2, right? Both of them will give you the result 10. Same you can apply here, right? X into y is same as y into x. That is nothing but we can conclude that A is equal to B. So remember from this question, we can clearly say that your answer option will be in this case, A and B are equal. So I can eliminate these options. So option E would be the right answer because there is no other option, no option saying that A is equal to B. So option E is the right answer in this case. So clearly say that X percentage of Y. Remember this part is very important. X percentage of Y is same as Y percentage of X. So depending on your comfort zone, you can actually switch between the numbers. For example, let's say if you are asked to find 24% of 50, you can clearly switch between them. This is same as 50% of 24. And what is 50%? It's half. Half of 24 is nothing but 12 would be the correct answer. So always remember it's one property of percentages. Okay, one more question based on percentages. Two students appeared at an exam. One of them scored 9 marks more than the other. So difference between the marks of these students, two students, is 9. And his mark was 56% of the sum of their marks. So total, so there are two students, A and B. So A scored 56% of the total marks. Total sum, A plus B, A is getting 56% of the total sum of the marks they got, right? So can you tell me, clearly we can say that since there are only two students, if A is getting 56%, we can say that B will be getting the remaining part. That is nothing but total is 100% minus 56 will give you 44%. Next point is most of the questions in percentages, you should be able to find a relationship between the terms given. And how you utilize the data in the question stem to get the relationship, that's very important. We know that one of them scores 9 marks more than the other. How do you connect A's mark, B's mark, and 9? We know that A is the one who is scoring more. So A minus B is equal to 9. So A instead of A, I can write in terms of percentage. So I can say that 56% of total. The total sum, 56% of that is the A's mark. Minus 44% of the total will be equal to 9. So this is the equation that you should frame by reading this question. 56% of the total minus 44% of the total is equal to 9. That's a difference. So clearly I can identify that 12% of the total marks or the 12% of the sum of their marks is equal to 9. And we are asked to find the mark obtained by the students. So I need to find 56% of the sum or 44% of the sum. Either way around you can do it. So how do you calculate? You can find either 56% or 44. Either way around you can do it. So how do you calculate this part? 44% of the sum. So most of the students would think they will calculate sum first. Right? They will calculate the sum first, then they will find 44% of sum. So it's and do you think actually do we need to find the sum here? That's not necessary. It's a waste of your time if you are calculating sum because nobody is asking the question to find the sum. We are asked to find 44% of the sum. So clearly you can use a shortcut here to find 44% of sum. Because it's given that 12% of sum is 9. I can say that what would be 1% of the sum? If 12% of sum is 9, I can say that 1% of sum is going to be 9 by 12. So once you get this relationship, we can clearly find 44% of the sum. That is equal to 1% into 44 will give you 44%, right? So your answer is nothing but 44 into 9 by 12. While solving this, you will get the answer immediately with this one step. Your answer is 3 by 4. Cancelling it out, it's nothing but 11. 11 3s are 33 would be the right answer. So one of them, the lowest scoring person will be getting 33. That means the other person is getting 9 marks more, right? So your answer should be 33 plus 9 is going to be 42. Your answer is nothing but 33 and 42. Option C would be the right answer in this case. So I hope it is very clear for you how to get the answer. So this is another question based on unit digit. Maybe you can try it out how to get the answer. So you have a calculation part is here, and you need to find what would be the unit digit of this product. So if you clearly analyze the product here, do you need to do a lot of calculation here? Okay, let's analyze step by step. So you have 341 raised to 491. What would be the unit digit here? See, any number. So for finding the unit digit, you just need to focus only on the unit digit of these numbers as well, right? You just need to focus on 4. So I can reframe the question as, what is the unit digit of 4 raised to 1793 into 5 raised to 317 into 1 raised to 491? Because unit digit can be determined by using the unit digit of the other numbers, whatever we have written, right? 451. So clearly we can say that as long as you have a 5 and an even number, definitely the product will be ending with what? 0. We don't need to think anything on this, because 1 raised to any number will definitely ends with 1. 1 raised to 491 doesn't matter. 1 raised to any number, or a number ending with 1 raised to any number will be definitely ending with 1. And I know that 5 is there, 5 raised to any number will be definitely ending with 1. Correct? So you have 5 into 1 into 4 raised to 1793. I know that it's going to be definitely an even number. And also, if you want to get into more detail, if you analyze the powers of 4, we can say that 4 raised to 1 is equal to 4. You don't need to get into the more detail like this, but I'm just explaining to you so that you can use it somewhere else. Okay. 4 square, I'm checking only the unit digit. Okay, 4 square is 16. The unit digit or the last digit is going to be 6. 4 cube, what is the unit digit? 64. It's going to be 4. 4 raised to 4 is 256. It's 6. You can see that it's a cyclicity. You can see, right? 4 6 4 6. It's gone repeating like this. So we can generalize it as 4 raised to any odd number. The unit digit is going to be 4. See, 4 raised to 3 is 4. 4 raised to 5 is going to be 4. 4 raised to any odd number, the unit digit will be 4. Or I can say that 4 raised to any even number, the unit digit is 6. So, but we don't need to get into that detail here, because we know that 4 raised to any number is going to be definitely an even number. That's enough, right? So any even number into 5 will definitely ends with 0. So we can clearly mark option A is the right answer. So if you want to get into more detail, we can clearly say that 4 raised to odd number. So 1793 is an odd number. So 4 raised to odd number is going to be ending with 4. So you have a last digit is 4 into 5 into 1. So we can clearly say that the last digit is going to be 0. So option A would be the correct answer in this question. So meanwhile, those who are listening to the live session, so any doubts, let me know in the chat box. This is another question based on numbers. On dividing a number by 56, we get 29 as the remainder. On dividing the same number by 8, what will be the remainder? That's a question here. So there are two ways you can approach this question. Let's start with the conventional approach. On dividing the number by 56, we get 29 as the number. So can I say that the number is equal to, n is equal to 56 into a constant k plus 29? This is how you can represent a number. I'll give you a simple example on that. Let's say 36, when you divide by 7, I know the quotient is 5, 5 sevens are 35, and the remainder is 1. So the number 36 you can represent as 7 into 5 plus 1. 7 into 5 plus 1. Similarly, I can say that, see, This number, when you divide by 56, I'm getting a coefficient k. Let's say the remainder is 29. So I can rewrite as the number is equal to 56 into k plus 29. Always remember this representation form. N is equal to 56 into k plus 29. And the question here is on dividing the same number by 8. So this number I'm going to divide by 8. What is the remainder you're going to get? So I'm going to divide the number n by 8. What's the remainder? I'm going to find the remainder for it. So this is same as the remainder you're going to get when you're dividing 56k plus 29. You divide by 8. So clearly this same as the remainder will be same as individually you find the remainder and add it. So remember this part. The remainder of a plus b divided by 8 is same as the remainder of a divided by 8 plus the remainder of b divided by 8. It's a property of reminders. So if you remember this part, you can clearly apply here. So the answer would be same as 56 is clearly divisible by 8, right? So that means 56k is actually a multiple of 8. Since 8 sevens are 56. So the remainder will be 0 in the initial part. When you divide 56k by 8, the remainder is 0. 29 by 8, what's the remainder? 8 3s are 24, the remainder is going to be 5. So the final remainder will be equal to 0 plus 5, where I can say 5 would be the correct answer. Option B would be the right answer in this case. So this is the normal conventional approach to solve this question. Clear? So if you are using a shortcut method, let's say approach number 2, find a number that satisfies this condition. Find a number that satisfies this condition. What will be the first number that will satisfy the condition? When you divide by 56, you should get 29 as a remainder. Can I say 29 is a number, right? 29 would be the first number that satisfies the condition. 29, when you divide by 56, definitely you are getting 29 as a remainder. Correct? So that will be the first number that you can think about. Or you can think about a number like say 56 plus 29, right? That is equal to nothing but 30, 85. That's also another number. You can think about 29, that also when you divide by 56, you are getting 29 as a remainder. Or also you can think about 85. How do you reach out to 85? That is nothing but 56 plus 29. Or you can think about this n is equal to 56 into a constant k plus 29, right? When k is equal to 0, you will get the first number, that is 29. If k is equal to 1, you are getting the second number, 85. Any number you take 29 or 85. So the point here is, the question here is on dividing the same number. So if I'm taking 29, your answer here is what is the remainder when you divide 29 by 8? This make your task very easy, right? The calculation wise also it's very easy. 29 by 8, you clearly know that the remainder is going to be 5 because 8 3s are 24, remainder is 5. Or if I'm taking 85 also, the answer would be straight away, you'll get it 85 divided by 8. What's the remainder? The remainder clearly we can say 5 is the remainder. So I hope it's clear. The two methods, the conventional method, how to solve it, as well as the shortcut method, how to find it. So in shortcut method, find a number that satisfies the condition and read the question, apply in that number, you get the answer. Okay. Let's solve one more question based on numbers. The largest 4-digit number exactly divisible by 88. This is one of the common type of question that you can get in Nift. How do you solve this question? So some of you might be thinking about dividing these numbers, big numbers by 88. That will take a lot of time, right? There are 4 options. Each number dividing by a big number like 88 will end up a lot of time. So how do you solve these kind of questions very easily? So you need to find which numbers are divisible by 88. So if you prime factorize 88, we can say that it's nothing but 8 into 11. Or we can say that it is nothing but 2 cube into 11. Or I can say that write 88 as a product of 2 numbers which are co-prime. That means they don't have any common factors. So 88 I can write as a product of 2 numbers such as 8 and 11 and they are co-prime. co-prime in the sense they don't have any common factors. Right, 8 and 11, they don't have any common factor. So we can say that if a number is divisible by 88, it should be divisible by 8 as well as 11. These are the conditions we can think about. Clear? These are the conditions we can think about. Now I can apply the divisibility rule of 8 as well as 11 to get the answer. What is the divisibility rule of 8? The last 3 digit should be divisible by 8. You can check for that. The last 3 digit should be divisible by 8. What is the divisibility rule of 11? Sum of odd numbers at the odd positions, and you take the difference of the sum of the even positions, you take the difference. If it is either 0 or a multiple of 11, that means it's divisible by 11. Clear? So you can use these two divisibility rules to eliminate the options to get the right answer. So you can start with the bigger number here. Because since you are asked to find the largest 4-digit number, you can start with the bigger number. So I'm going to check with 11. 11 is very easy. I'm checking the sum of the odd positions. 9 plus 4, even positions, it's also 9 plus 4. That means this number is divisible by 11. Clearly, you can figure it out that. Next is divisible by 8. So I need to check the last 3-digit numbers, right? Last 3-digit number is 944. So do you think this number is divisible by 8? Yes, you can clearly divisible by 8, no? 9, one time, reminder is 1. 14, how many times? Just one time again. Then 64, it's clearly say 18, 118. So I can clearly find that this number is exactly divisible by 8 as well as 11. That means this number should be divisible by 88. So since this would be the largest number out of the options, right? If you add 88 again to it, it will be a 5-digit number. So you don't need to check any other option. Option A would be the right answer in this case. So I hope this part is very clear for you. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts or anything, you can let me know in the YouTube comment box, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. We'll be having a lot of lecture series coming soon. So shall we move to the next one? So this question is also based on number properties. Greatest number of 4 digits which is divisible by 15, 25, 40, 75. So you need to find the greatest 4-digit number that is divisible by these numbers. So there are 2 ways you can approach these kind of questions, and it's a common question in Nift. Okay. So one thing what you can do is you can take the answer options. You can take the answer options and you can eliminate the answer options accordingly. I will give you a simple example on that. Okay, how you can use it. It's very important. Listen carefully. So since the number is divisible by 15, 25, 40, and 75, all the numbers should be divisible by this. Since I'm taking one of the number 15, right? 15, as we did in the previous question, how can you write as a product of 2 numbers which are co-prime? That is, co-prime means they don't have any other common factors other than 1. For example, clearly I can write as 3 into 5. They don't have any common factors other than 1, right? So that means your answer options, if it is divisible by 15, it should be divisible by 3 and 5, right? So I can use the divisibility rule of 5 as well as 3. What is the divisibility rule of 5? That means ending should be either 0 or 5. The unit digit should be either 0 or 5. You can clearly say that all the answer options, the unit digit is 0. So you don't have nothing to do with that. But what is the divisibility rule of 3? Divisibility rule of 3 says sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. So when you add all the digits, or the digit sum should be divisible by 3. If I take answer option A, we can see that the sum is equal to 9. So this could be a possible answer. I'm not saying this is the answer, it could be a possible answer. But clearly you can say that option B, do you think it would be divisible by 3? 9400. When you add the sum of all the digits here, 9 plus 4, it's 13. That is not divisible by 3. So I can clearly eliminate this option. Correct? Then comes 9600. 9 plus 6 is 15. So this is also a possible answer. Next is 9 plus 8. What is the sum? 17. Do you think it's divisible by 3? No, it's not. I can eliminate the option here. So your answer is either option A or option C. Then you can think through. Both of them are divisible by 5. 25 is also divisible because ending is 0. 40, how do you check? You can check as 4 into 10. Right? Both the numbers are divisible by 4. Or all the numbers are 40 again. I can write as, let's say, 8 into 5. That's a product that you can write because both the numbers should be co-prime. 4 into 10 is not the way. 8 into 5. So the number should be divisible by 8 also. 8 means last 3 digit I can check. Here the last three digits are 0. That means it is divisible. Or here if I check that last 3 digit is 600. When you divide it, I think, yes, it is divisible. 600 is divisible by 8. 75 also, when you cross multiply, we can clearly say that it's nothing but product 25 into 3. So it is definitely divisible by 25 and 3. That means 900 is also divisible by all the 3 numbers. 900, 600 is also 9,000. 9,000 is divisible by all the numbers. 9,600 is also divisible by all the numbers. Since you are asked for the greatest number, you can choose option C would be the right answer in this case. So this is one way you can use it. Utilize the data you have in the question. Use it wisely to eliminate the options by using the divisibility rule or whatever you feel that is convenient here. Correct? That's one of the best approach you can use it. Another approach is nothing but the conventional approach. The greatest number, 4-digit number divisible by this number. So can you tell me what would be the first number that is divisible by all these numbers is nothing but LCM. It's a concept of LCM, least common multiple. So first thing is you can find the LCM of these numbers, right? 15, 25, 40, 75. Either you can use prime factorization or you can use long division method to get the answer. Okay, I'm just using long division method. So I'm just going to divide by 5 throughout. 15 when you divide by 5 is 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. It's going to be 8. This is nothing but 15. Clear? So since here I can say that 5 and 15, I got a common term, so I can divide further. So LCM, minimum 2 terms you can divide by, you can proceed further for finding the LCM. So I'm dividing by 5 again. So 3, you can just write it down here. This is 1. 8, you can just write it down here. Again, it's going to be 3. So again, you can proceed further because 2 terms you can divide by a common factor that is 3 itself. It's going to be 1, 1, 8, 1. That's it. You don't need to proceed further. So you just need to multiply all these, right? So 5 5s are 25. 25 into 8 is nothing but 200. 200 into 3 is 600. So just take the multiple 5 into 5 into 3 into 8 will give you the LCM. That is nothing but 600 will be the LCM. So first number that is divisible by all these 4 numbers are 600. Or I can say any multiple of 600 will also satisfy the same condition. So you are asked to find the largest 4-digit multiple of 600. That's a question. If you are approaching in the conventional method, that is how you should get the answer here. The largest 4-digit multiple of 600. I can clearly say that 600 into, let's say, 15 would be 900. So into 16 will give you 9600. This is the largest multiple. 9,000, sorry. 9,600 would be the largest. 600 into 15 will give you 9,000 plus one more 600. This is the largest multiple. After that, it becomes 10,200. It will be a 5-digit number. You don't need to worry about it. So your answer is option C would be the answer in this case. Perfect. So let's discuss another question based on directions. This is also an important topic that you can get in Nift exams. So first thing you should be aware of about is the normal directions. You have north, you have south, you have east, you have west, northeast, northwest, southwest, and southeast. So one of the best strategy to solve direction related questions is throw a rough figure about the data given in the question. Now, throw a rough figure will help you out to identify the answer very clearly. So it's given here. A man walks 5 kilometers towards south. Right? So let's say this is a starting point. He walks 5 kilometers towards the south. So let's say this is the south. It's going to be 5 kilometers. Then he turns right. So you should be very comfortable or with the directions. If he is moving towards the north, the left is in this side and the right is in this side. But if he is moving towards the south, the left will be in this side and the right will be in this side. So you should be very comfortable with the left and right. So depending on the directions you are moving, the left and right will change accordingly. So turns the right means he's moving towards this direction. After walking 3 kilometers, so that means after walking 3 kilometers, he turns to the left. Now he is moving towards the east. Sorry, now he's moving towards the west. He turns towards left. So I can say that his left is going to be here, right? On this side. This is the left. And direction, he walks 5 kilometers. And the question is here is, in which direction is he from the starting point? So starting point is here. Now this is the direction he's going to face. So we know that that is nothing but southwest would be the correct answer for this. So as I said, the best way to solve this question would be you draw the rough figure on the paper. That will be more easy to identify the directions. Okay. So another question based on directions. So here you'll be asked to find what is the final direction as well as what is the distance covered or how much far is he from the starting point. They can also ask in that way. They will ask for the final direction from the starting point, also the distance covered from the starting point. Okay, let's analyze the question. Rasik walked 20 meters towards north. Then he turned right and walked 30 meters. So let's say this is the starting point. He walks 20 meters north. So this is towards the north. Let's say this is 20. You just note down the directions as well because the question you have direct distance as well. So you note down the distance also. He turned right and walks 30 meters. Right side means he's moving towards the north. Right will be on this direction. He walks 30 meters towards the right. Then he turns right and walks 35 meters. Right now he's moving towards the east. So right side will be again in this side. This is the right side. He walks 35 meters somewhere around here. 35 meters. Then he turns left and walks 15 meters. Right now he's moving towards the south. Left side will be on this side. He moves 15 meters here. Finally, he turns left and walks 15 meters. Again, he turns left. Right now he's moving towards the east. So the left side will be on here. Again, he turns some 15 meters. That's it. The question is here, in which direction and how many meters is he from the starting point? So we know this is the starting point and the distance is nothing but, this is nothing but they are in the straight line, I think. Yeah. It's a point here because we know that this is the total distance is 35. When you go up 15, he will be at the position of 20 kilometer here, right? So it's in the same line as the starting point. So he will be at the west. And what will be the distance here? This is the distance we need to find. So it's going to be 30 plus 15. That's going to be 45 meters. East would be the correct answer. So compare, this is the starting point where we started. This is the final point. And the distance is 45, 30 plus 15. And the direction is towards the east, which is the correct answer. So option B will be the right answer in this case. Perfect. So we'll have a couple of questions based on blood relations also. Then we can wind up for the day. So this is one kind of, so blood relations, I hope all of you are kind of aware of the normal relationship, right? So grandfather, grandmother, grandson, granddaughter, all these kind of relationship. I hope all of you are kind of comfortable. So this is kind of a simple based problem that you can get on blood relation topic. So they use symbol to define the relationship. Here example, you can see that A plus B means A is the mother of B. So that means this symbol is defined as whenever you have A plus B, that means A is the mother of B. Similarly, there is another symbol, subtraction. That means minus. That means A minus B means A is the brother of B. Similarly, you have a percentage symbol. A percentage B means A is the father of B. Similarly, a cross symbol is there. So whenever a cross symbol comes, means A is the sister of B. So clearly we have a 4 symbols are here and the relationship is also defined. Okay, so I just want to get into more detail about this so that there are some shortcuts that you can use when you get these kind of questions. So for example, whenever you have a symbol A plus B, we can clearly say that A is the mother of B, right? A is the mother of B. That means I can say A is a female. For female, I put a circle, and for a male, I put a square box to determine the gender. Okay, a female, I put a box, circle, sorry, and for a male, I put a box. So from the statement, A is the mother of B, I can clearly say that A is a female because A is the mother. But do you think, can you identify or determine the gender of B? B could be either male or female. B could be either son or daughter. So B, I cannot find the gender of B. Similarly, when I take A minus B, that means A is the brother of B. Correct? This is what the relationship says. A is the brother of B. So we can say that minus means what? A is the brother. So that means A is the male. So I put a box. So whenever you have a expression like this, A minus B, I can say that A should definitely be a male, but B could be a male or female. B could be brother or sister, both are possible. So this statement will not give you a clarity about the gender of B, but from this statement, I can clearly say that A is going to be a male. Similarly, if you analyze it, A percentage of B, I can say that A is the father of B. That means A is a male, but B could be son or daughter. Male or female could be possible. Similarly, the last one, A cross B, also I can say that A is a sister of B. That means A is a female, B could be male or female. So this is how you can use these symbols to identify the, depending on the relationship that is defined, you can identify the gender of the people. Clear? And I'm going to use this, whatever we discuss right now, I'm going to use it to eliminate the options and reach out the answer immediately. So which of the following shows that P is the maternal angle of Q? Maternal means on the mother's side. So clearly, out of these 4 options, you should find which will give a relationship between P and Q such that P is the maternal angle. So that means that definitely the gender of P, since he is the uncle, I can say that P should be a male, right? So in your answer option also, it should be clearly evident that P should be a male. So if the gender of P is not male, we can clearly eliminate that option. That won't be your answer because your final answer is saying that P is the maternal angle. That means P's gender should be a male. So if in the answer options, if you can identify that the gender of P is not male, you can clearly eliminate that answer option. That's one of the strategy or a shortcut that you can use in symbol-based blood relation questions. So let's take the first answer option. So only P, where P is coming is M cross P. That's the only place where P is coming. That means, as per the definition of cross symbol, it says that M is a sister of P. That means M is a female. P could be male or female. It's not clear. From option A, it's not clear about the gender of P. That means that won't be your answer because your answer says P is the male member. Here, it is not defined as per the symbol, right? So I can clearly eliminate option. What about option B saying P plus S, right? As per the option B, P plus means what? P is the mother. So gender of P is actually a female. That is not possible because as per the question stem, P is the uncle. So P is a male. So I can clearly eliminate B without thinking anything. Next comes option C, P minus. Minus says brother. So it's a male. That doesn't mean that it is the answer, okay? It is a possibility. I need to look for all the options to conclude which would be the answer. So this is a possibility. Okay, let's try the option last one. So here it's a male, so that means first condition is satisfied. So it could be an answer. It could be, it's a possible answer. I'm not saying it's 100% sure. I want to check the next option also. So next option says S percentage P. Percentage means what? S is a father. So I can clearly say S is a male, but P could be male or female. It's not 100% clear in the option D that P is a male. So I can eliminate option. So that means only answer option that will give you the answer is option C. So this shortcut what we discussed helped you to eliminate the answer options and reach out to the answer without doing anything. Otherwise, in some cases, with using the strategy what we discussed right now, you will end up with having two answer options. And you need to choose one out of that. How do you use it is you take the answer options or draw the family tree diagram depending on the answer options and check whether that's a correct answer or not. That will help you out to eliminate one option. Correct. So let me help you out to draw the family tree of the option C. That's the right answer, right? P minus M. That means P is the brother of M. So let me draw P is a brother. That means P and brother. This is how I can draw the family tree. And P is a brother, so it's a male. Now, how is it M and N are connected? M plus means M is the mother of N. So that means M is a female and N is going to be here. And regarding N, N star, N cross Q, that means cross means N is a sister of Q. So N is a female and Q, I can say it's here. So I don't know the gender of Q, but I don't think that matters here, right? So the statement here is P the maternal uncle of Q? It's clearly it's a maternal uncle. Doesn't matter Q is male or female, P will be the uncle. Q's mother's brother is P. That means P is the maternal uncle. That means option C would be the right answer. But in this case, since you eliminated rest of the options, you don't need to draw the family tree to get the answer. But you can clearly, in some cases, if you have two answer options left behind after elimination, clearly you need to draw the family tree to confirm which would be the right answer in this case. So one more last question, then we can wind up for the day. So you can also expect a question like this. For example, a word statement. You have a sentence, it would be a conversation between two people explaining a relationship between. It won't be straightforward. It will be like, kind of trying to make it more complicated. It will try to make it confusing. Okay, main point is that you read the statement one by one, try to analyze it, and try to figure out the family tree or relationship between the people mentioned. So let's analyze the question here. Pointing to the photograph, Bajpayee said, he is the son of the only daughter of the father of my brother. How is Bajpayee related to the man in the photograph? So he is nothing but related to the man. Pointing to the photograph, Bajpayee said, he is the son of the only daughter of the father of my brother. Okay, let's start with the last sentence. Father of my brother. My means what? It's related to Bajpayee. I'm Bajpayee saying, right? So my brother means Bajpayee's brother. So let's draw the family tree. So you'll get a clear idea on this. So you have Bajpayee, got a brother. Correct. And father of my brother is nothing but father of Bajpayee itself, right? They're trying to confuse you. Don't get confused on this. Try to analyze the statement very clearly. So father of my brother is nothing but Bajpayee's father. And he's the son of the only daughter of the father. That means Bajpayee got a sister. And she's the only sister. Correct? And he is the son. That means the man is the son of the only daughter. So this is the family tree or the relationship they have explained in this sentence. So I'm just confirming it. Father of my brother, that means Bajpayee's brother's father is nothing but Bajpayee's father. Only daughter, that means Bajpayee got a sister and he is the son of that. That is, this man will be here. So question here is, how is Bajpayee related to the man in the photograph? So Bajpayee is nothing but he is going to be the maternal uncle because the man's mother's brother is Bajpayee. It's on the mother's side. So your answer is nothing but maternal uncle would be the correct answer in this case. So I hope the questions we discussed is very clear for you. So we discussed around 10 more questions based on chapters like percentages, numbers, blood relations, and directions. We have discussed all the shortcuts also. So that's it. So practice more questions and we'll be coming up with more videos. So don't forget to subscribe the channel. So thank you so much for your time. So anything, any doubts, you can use the chat box right now. So I hope is it clear for you all, the topic we discussed? Any doubts or anything?
I think there is no doubt regarding the topic, so that we can move forward.
Okay, so shall we wind up the session?
Yes, sir, we can wind up the session. Thank you,
So
sir.
thank you all.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the session. It may be beneficial for the students. Okay, then we will be back with another interaction session. So please stay tuned, subscribe our channel. See you soon. Thank you, everyone.